Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Julia Royston and super excited to be with you today, the last Sunday of 2024. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss Consulting, where we're helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. And also for the Kingdom Ministries, building people to build the kingdom. So I'm super excited to have had this opportunity in February 2025. It will be officially 5 years that I have been doing this Sunday after Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, or whenever you watch the replay, thank you so much for being a part of it, joining in, watching the replay, sharing, tagging, whatever you do. Thank you so much. And my prayer is that you've been blessed by everything that I've tried to say. I once had somebody ask me, do I need to be ordained? Do I need to be installed somewhere? Or I don't know, do I need a license? I said, no, I just need to push the red button. So, uh, I said yes, and it's been almost 5 years. So I strive to obey what God says, and so with all my heart and strength and might, and woo it's a lot, but I'm thankful and grateful that He is honored to use me in any slight way, any formal way. And as a matter of fact, we must be going to roll on into January, into 2025 doing it because he's already given me the plan for the whole month of January. So he just did that about 10 months ago, 10 minutes ago. And I'm like, really? Okay. Just download right on in. If you, as they say, if your system is working, he will download into you. So today, first off, I want to encourage everyone, and I'm in prayer for those of you who are in bereavement and still in this transitional period and experiencing grief in a totally different way. I've seen online where people recently, I mean, within the last day or so, lost their loved ones. So my prayers go out to you. Um, I'm praying for you all the time. Um, I just can't even imagine. So no words, just prayers, because I don't know. And to lose loved ones, whether they were sick, whether they weren't, we know where they are. They're not lost, but they're lost from your physical presence. They're absent from your physical presence. So, and prayers for you. And so during this, today's the 29th. We got 2 more days of this year. That sounds weird even saying that. But the first thing is pause. Take a minute to pause. Um, I've been reflecting probably since, I don't know, July, August. I did something different for the holidays. We went out of town. We celebrated, but we celebrated early and then went out of town for actual Christmas. Got to see something different, be in a different environment. For asthma person, high elevation is not fun, but I gave it my best. And so it's an opportunity for you to learn. It's learning, and hopefully, it'll be totally different moving forward. Some of it will repeat. Some of it you'll say, "Yeah, I like that. I need to do that again." Going away for the holiday, we'll probably do that again. That's something we really enjoyed. It was a time not associated with books, even though I was thinking about books. And yes, I finished 2 books. Well, so it's opportunity for me to get away and do what I love and write. But it's also a time for me to figure out what I learned and what will I take forward and what I won't. Time for me to be reflective. And then a time for me to figure out, what's my portfolio looking like moving forward? What do I want to launch? What do I want to tell people that I launched? Or what do I want to launch new and create, upgrade the portfolio? A lot of things right here, I'm really striving to streamline, automate even more, even though, I struggle with change. Yeah, I know you can't imagine that, but ask Brian Royston, he knows. So take the pause. But then, you can't live there. You can't live in the past. Have you ever seen people who live in the past? not learn from it, not reflect on it, not, I don't want to do that again, not point out the red flags and use them as red flags and say, wait a minute, is this a repeat performance or is it something new? Or not to help somebody, the next generation, to say, now these are the things I did, or this is what happened to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good. It sets you back and whatever. And then some things are, the pauses for, to be your fuel, to be your wind beneath your wings. But you can't live there. You can't stay in the past. You can't go forward looking back. We tell the kids in a line, okay, we headed forward. You can't be looking down the hallway because you're going to trip on something. You're going to stumble on something. You're going to bump into somebody else. You're going to hurt yourself or somebody else. And so you can't get to your destination always looking back. Yeah, you can walk backwards, but that's not safe. That's not the safe way to do it. All in, all forward. So, four things, and I'm going to be on out of your way. So Isaiah 55:6 says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he's near. For the four things for me moving forward in 2025 is I got to seek him. Seek him more than I ever did. Seek him for everything. And so, and seek him first. So you don't be, going back and say, okay, I made a mess, so I need you, God, to fix this mess. No, no, no. Seek him first. So seek ye the Lord where he may be found. Now, he's not lost, but but he's like any good father. He'll help you teach you a lesson. So he may not be saying nothing. He may be quiet sometimes. He may not answer when you want him. Now, he's always on time and he's not going to let you, fall completely, but you're going to have maybe some few little bumps and bruises because you got yourself in it. So therefore, we're going to learn the lesson was in it. But I only want to learn them lessons one time. I don't want to keep going around Marbury Bush. I don't want to be wandering in the wilderness 40 years. So I want to seek him first so that I don't, mess up and delay destiny. And I have to go back and redo some lessons over and over again. But sometimes I'm 61. I've lived long enough to know that some things, what the scripture said, Jesus was led in the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. So even though Jesus was all human and all divine, he was led in the wilderness. So sometimes we got to go through the storm and the rain and the trouble, but he said he'd be with us and never leave us nor forsake us. So number one is seeking. Number two, courage. 2 Samuel 13:28 says, fear not, be courageous. Now, fear not, for I'm with thee. There, God has not given us, and we can talk about fear in a minute. God has not given us spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. But that's kind of difficult when you're looking at a very difficult decision or very difficult situation to say, fear not, be courageous. So Lord, give us the courage. That's my prayer. Lord, help us to be courageous. Help us to be and have the courage that you want for us to have to keep moving forward. We can't go by what we see. We walk by faith and not by sight. We can't go by what we feel, because sometimes we'll just get in the bed, put the covers off our head. But you told us, you gave us the assignment. We sought you, gave us the plan. You said, go for it. You said, this is what I want you to do. So help us to give us the courage. Fear not and resist and go in our feelings and go in what we want and go in what we thought and go in but be courageous and keep moving forward. Number one is seek him. Number two is the courage. Fear not and be courageous. Lord, give us the courage. And then number three, wisdom. Now, this is my word for the year. He gave me this word back in June of 2024. This is my word. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. He's the one that's going to give wisdom, direction, wisdom. We got to be wise as serpent and harmless as doves, witness in everything we do. But I'm asking God for wisdom because one, I don't know. There's a lot I do know, but there's a whole lot I don't know nothing about. So Lord, I need God's wisdom. I need for him to give me the wisdom to know which way to go and which direction to head and You can have a vision board, and I do. I have goals and dreams, and I don't think it's wrong to have those things and have vision board events or have goal parties or whatever you want to call them. But then for the wisdom to know what to put your efforts into first, you need him. Where you put your money. Right now at 61 is where I'm gonna put my energy and for my effort and my budget. Because sometimes, yeah, I need the money for it. Yeah, we all do. Money answers all things. And so I need the money to answer it. But sometimes I don't even want to try to raise it, try to get it, try to make it. Because I don't want to put forth my energy in something that doesn't make any sense. So I even recently asked God about something supposed to happen in January. I'm like, okay, Lord, should I be there? And he said, yeah, go for it. Now, whether it turns out like I thought, or whether only trust and faith I have is that he said, go for it. And so I did that. Now I know I'm gonna come out with some lessons. I know something gonna happen. I know I'm gonna learn something. And it's not always, woo, I sold out. Woo, the blessing of it. Sometimes it's what you do. It's what you learn about that person, or what you learn about the organization, what you learn about everything. And some of that learning is priceless. Then number four. So number one was seek. Number two was we need courage. Be courageous. Seek him always. Seek him first. Three, we need the wisdom, and we got to ask him for it. So we seeking really in this two times. We seeking him, and then we need wisdom. We sought him, but then we have to not only get the wisdom, but we have to execute. Yeah, what he said. And then that's number four. We need the strength for the battle. We need his strength to execute. He's made us wise. He said, go down 2 streets and turn right at the McDonald's. All right. But we need the strength when we turn right. What we going to face on the right hand side? What we going to face on the left hand side? Who's going to still be with us? Who's going to leave? Who's going to die? Who's going to betray us? Who's going to disappoint us? Who's going to drop the ball? They didn't mean to. No harm, no foul. But what's going to happen? Are we going to lose? Are we going to win big? Are we going to lose a lot? Are we going to lose terribly? Are we going to lose our shirt? Hello. But gird us with your strength, surround us, wrap us, front, back, side, top, and bottom for this battle that we're about to fight that we don't even know about. But God, we walk in your strength. And I pray that for everybody listening under the sound of my voice is that you walk in God's strength, not yours. Yeah. Acknowledge him in all your ways and he'll direct your path. Seek him. Be courageous. And that's not going to say you're not humanly afraid. As a human being, saying, "Ugh." But Joyce Meyer said you got to do it afraid sometimes. Scared to death. Scared to death. People say, oh, you did so good, Julia. I was like, I was scared to death, shaking in my shoes. But I'm committed to this one thing. No matter what happens, I'm not gonna live in woulda, shoulda, coulda. Oh, one time. I'm not. That shoulda, woulda, coulda world. I don't really want to go there. I don't even want to visit. Don't even really want to pass by. I let other people do that. When it's all said and done, I did what you told me to do. It might have been perfect. It was not perfect. I wavered. I went back and forth. I came back and forth. You sure? You sure? I was my human self, and you knew it before you called me. You knew what you was dealing with. You knew what you was getting. Me. Fallible me. Scared me. But I say yes. One yes. You just need one yes. I hope that helps you. I hope that blesses you and gets you started on your way as we look forward to 2025 as God be our helper and keeper. I know if he allows us to see it, people are passing away so fast, we might not get there. But Lord, I just want to see you. That's it. So that I can live my best life. Now, living your best life is not so much about you, is living the life God called you to live and living the abundant life that he died and rose for you to have. So Don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't use the phrase live your best life, because he said, I come that you might have life, and that life abundantly into the full and overflowing. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right there on envision-radio.com, where praise meets talk 24/7. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. You being my scribe today. Coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. And Tuesdays, even New Year's Eve on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pop in the Book Business Boss Show. We're still talking about launching out there in the deep, book launches, all that good stuff. And we're preparing for season 4. So tune in, especially the book people who write all the time, and who are thinking about writing or wanting to write, and go back and listen to the replays at the Book Business Boss podcast.com. People ask questions all the time, and I can tell by the questions that they ask, they haven't done any homework. They haven't listened to any podcast. They haven't followed any coach virtually or in person. They haven't been on a live stream. They have not. They have not. And so you got to make sure that at the seeking and then these findings and this wisdom, that you get information as well, because God will tell you that when you go down them 2 streets and turn right at the McDonald's, there's going to be a man. And he's going to be in Joppa. Hello. So, he uses people too as well. So, yeah, he does the supernatural, the things that you can't do, but he works through people too as well. So tune in. Just don't say, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. There's people out there, that's what they do. Vet them, ask for references, ask for referrals. Don't lay down a whole lot of money and you don't have vetted them. You haven't asked anybody, have you worked with them? Don't do that. But at least have the answers, have some questions to ask. So, and I have a free download as well, beabookbusinessboss.com, from author to entrepreneur. And that's my free gift to you. And jump on in, beabookbusinessboss.com. It's right there at the website. Download it, it's yours. If you have questions, you can always reach out to me. Talkwithroyston.com. That's my calendar to jump on. Let's have a conversation and let's make it happen. If you're in the interest of writing a book, wanting to write a book, you've been slain in the spirit, somebody told you should write a book, child, I hear it all, but you got to do it. Whatsoever man doeth shall prosper. Okay, I'm going to come on out of that. All righty. So if you're in the Birmingham, Alabama area, or you're moving through there, south or north, stop by Spirit-Filled Christian Bookstore there at 1400 3rd Avenue West in Birmingham, Alabama. If you're in Greensboro, heading over to North Carolina, I'll be in there. Lord be my helper and keeper. I'll be in North and South Carolina in February and March. Next Chapter Bookstore and Gift Shop inside Ben's Boys, located at 2711 Grandview Avenue, Greensboro, North Carolina. That's where you're going to be able to find some Julia Royston books. Then if you're all the way to the south, it's where 65 ends, is Mobile, Alabama, at Mobile Booksellers, 3990 Government Boulevard in Mobile, Alabama. Brew and Sip Coffee Bar. Now, you know what? I love y'all because in the Louisville, Kentucky area, 505 West Broadway at Brew and Sip Coffee Bar, as well as 2860 Packer Land Way, y'all bought some books in there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I got some spaces empty. I was in there not too long ago, and I realized that there have been some people purchasing my books there at Brew and Sip Coffee Bar. So thank you so much. Let me tell you, thank you. And as well, Janami Books and More, 636 South 18th Street in Louisville, Kentucky. So thank you for all the booksellers and the people purchasing my books on site and being able to help me as I move. I'm only one person. Me and Brian, we can do a lot together, but we can't be everywhere. Only God is omnipresent. So I'm gonna need distribution. I love it. Book Nerd Fam, Mobile Bookstore, and bookshop.org/shop/Book Nerd Fam, or follow them on Facebook at Book Nerd Fam and find out where they're going to be. And they're moving about the country too as well. So thank you so much for those of you that have been distributing my books. I appreciate it. I'm grateful. I've been seeing it on the news. I've been seeing it in other places. I've been seeing missing books on the shelf that people have purchased. Yay! I'm super excited. Coming up, we're still continuing the Thrive in 2025 series. Now, we had fun in December. Wait till January. January 7th, mental health to thrive. I have two mental health therapists that are going to be with me, Ms. Brittany Johnson and Mr. Justin Campbell, and super excited for them to be with me. And then January 14th, Faith to Thrive, Miss Tracy Bradley, and then Minister Catherine Morrison will be my guest. And then January 8th, 28th, January 28th, I've got a fiction summit. Now, fiction is one of those things that is wonderful and we love to read it, but there are people, I want to write a novel, I want to write fiction. Well, join me on January 28th for the Fiction Summit, the king of fiction, urban fiction for Royal Media and Publishing is Mr. Michael Young. And then I have a brand new author, Laura Litkow, who is going to be with us too as well as Miss Christian Butler. So there are two from Royal Media and Publishing and Laura. And then, of course, I write fiction for both brands, BK Royston Publishing and Royal Media and Publishing. So we're going to have a conversation. I'll have even more summits coming up and opportunities for you to jump in. So mark your calendar. Thrive in 2025 series, January 7th, Mental Health, January 14th, Faith to Thrive, January 28th, Fiction Summit. Now, in the middle there, if you're ready to write your story, Write That Book Now workshop, January 18th from 11 to 1 p.m., not a.m., Lord, no. I can't stay up late. RoystonClasses.com. RoystonClasses.com. Yeah, I got a whole lot going on. I got to get out of the way so you can get on over to envision-radio.com. So go to RoystonClasses.com to register today for the January 18th workshop only. In honor of 2025, the workshop is just $25. Now, besides free, I don't know how y'all going to get better than that. I mean, I'm just, you either in or you not. If you've written your book, great. These are people who either need to finish, they need to start. Come on, $25. You can't beat it. In honor of 2025. That's the last time it's going to be 25. Never going to be 25 again unless the Lord says something differently. That's the only way it's going to be 25 again. RoystonClasses.com. Also, 25% off everything. Use the code Royston Holiday. I'm sorry. Use the code Royston Holiday, 25%. All my online stores. It expires January 1st, 2025. It expires January 1st, 2025. All of my online stores, all of my websites are in my bio link site, JuliaAKRoyston.com. That's JULIA, another A and a K, ROYSTON.com. Oh, and govern yourselves accordingly for all the church announcements. All the BK Royston Publishing announcements and all that good stuff. Who's joining me this morning? Good morning, good morning. Hey, how are you, love? Yeah, ongoing grief and yes. That's my prayer for you today is that God continue to carry you through. The old folks used to say is he wouldn't put no more on us than we can bear. I don't know. Sometimes we think it's unbearable, but he will carry us through. That's what the old hymn told us. Hello, I don't know what that is. Hey Benji, how is everything in Seattle? Yes, God's given dream project. Awesome, awesome. Hey Karen, how are you? Seek ye first. Thank you. No problem. No problem at all. Who else? Hey Ramonica, hey love. How's everything going in Mobile? I know the beach and the sand and all that good stuff. Enjoy. I'm coming your way. It'll probably be about the middle of the year, May, June, but we've got to touch base again. Hey, Miss Peggy, good morning, love. Good morning, Miss Elaine Thornton. How are you, love? Hey, Pastor Cynthia, good morning. Well, good morning to all of you. You all be blessed. You all continue to be all that God intended for you to be. And he said he would do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you, worketh in me, that worketh in us. I'm Dr. Julia Royston, praying today, tomorrow, and always that you live your best life. Be blessed. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.